viewers. It's wonderful to come your way and to have a faith discussion with you. This week we've been so privileged and blessed with a visit from some eminent men from the church in the Diocese of Marquette in the USA. They came to visit the Archdiocese of Cape Coast and to visit other dioceses also in Ghana. And God has blessed us with their presence, and we have been able to celebrate the Holy Eucharist with them. After that, they have so graciously accepted also to share their experiences with us. So without further ado, I'd like to go around the table and then let them have a short, brief introduction about themselves, and then we would carry on the conversation from there. So immediately to my right, my Lord Bishop, you are most welcome.
Thank you, Father. It's really a joy to be here, and I appreciate the great joyful expression of the faith of the people of Ghana. I was a priest of the Diocese of Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is several hours north of the city of Chicago, before I became a bishop of Marquette. And Marquette is located on the shore of Lake Superior, which is one of the Great Lakes in the United States. We're close to Canada. So we have 6 months of winter every year and lots of snow. And I'm so happy to be here because we have some wonderful priests from Ghana who are serving in the Diocese of Marquette. We have 2 priests from the Diocese of Cape Coast, 1 from Kumasi, and we have 6 from Konongo Mampong. And I'm here really to deepen the bonds of friendship that we have. It is so important for us to realize how Jesus Christ has called us together to be all part of the body of Christ, and every opportunity we have to get to know each other and deepen our bonds of fraternity in Christ is a true blessing.
It's wonderful to hear from you, but then I also like to, I don't think we even got your name.
Oh.
So let's get your name and then maybe a few more information about yourself.
Certainly.
Okay.
I am Bishop John Dörfler, and I was born in a city in the state of Wisconsin called Appleton. I'm the oldest of 2 children. Both of my parents had a very, very deep faith, and they passed on the faith to me when I was very young. In fact, one of my earliest memories that I have as a little boy is my dad taking me to visit the church and to pray in the church. My dad had a deep devotion to St. Anthony. And so we went to the altar of St. Anthony in the parish where I was baptized. I remember we went down, we prayed, and it was one of my very earliest memories. And so I credit a lot of faith to my parents. When I graduated from high school, I entered the seminary. I spent 4 years in seminary in St. Paul, Minnesota, and then I studied for 4 years in Rome. As a priest, I was also sent back for further studies in both canon law and moral theology, and I spent time as a parish priest. I was also a judge in the Church's Court, the tribunal. I was a part-time seminary professor, and I also served as Vicar General and Chancellor before I got a surprise phone call, which just came as a big surprise that the Holy Father appointed me to be the Bishop of Marquette. I've been there for 10 years, and it's such a wonderful diocese. There are outstanding priests, both priests of the diocese who grew up there, as well as priests from Ghana and also a couple other countries who are serving there. We have wonderful people, and it's a certainly great joy to be here in Ghana as well.
Good. It's a great joy to listen to you too, and it's wonderful even to listen to the stories of your life and to the faith experience that was handed to you by your parents. But we'll come back to this. Let us now listen to your Vicar General, who would introduce himself and then tell us a little bit about himself.
Thank you. My name is Father Timothy Akitis. I am the Vicar General full-time for the Diocese of Marquette. I've been ordained a priest for 17 years. Currently, I'm also training the permanent diaconate and doing all the orientation for all of our extern priests from various countries. So it's been an honor to get to know people such as Father Daniel Fosu, sitting on my right, and many of the other priests. We have 17 externs, and so I also organize them to get together once a year for a workshop and answer any of their questions or needs and try to make them feel most welcome as they are missionaries in our diocese. I grew up in Indiana, the state of Indiana, just south of Michigan, and then eventually went to Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where I studied at Michigan Technological University. I received a bachelor's in electrical engineering and designed antennas for a while for the military, and then stopped running away from my vocational calling. While I was at Michigan Tech, I was heavily involved in Catholic campus ministries, which really gave me a real vigor and zeal for the Catholic faith. And that's where the Lord had dropped the question on me when I was discerning engineering job opportunities, asking me in my heart, have you ever considered working for me? And it had scared me so bad I ran out of the church. But the next day I returned and asked him, I didn't hear which job offer you wanted me to take, and he repeated the question. So I decided after working for 1 year that I should leave and try the seminary. I was an associate my first year in 5 parishes, an associate for 2 years in 2 parishes, and then I was a pastor of 2 parishes in a Catholic school for 11 before I became Vicar General.
Good. Great vocational stories here. Jesus never stops at surprising us. He's able to call fishermen, he's able to call tax collected, and then he's called an electrical engineer also to become a priest. He keeps surprising us. Let's move down to Father Daniel and then have a bit of self-introduction and then a little bit of your story as well.
Thank you very much, Father. My name is Father Daniel Fosu, and I'm a Ghanaian, and I come from Jamasi in Ashanti region of Ghana. And I am a priest for the Catholic Diocese of Konongo Mampong. And I was ordained in 2011, and I worked in some parishes in Konongo Mampong. I was first at the Cathedral in Konongo, and then I was sent to the grotto at Bohun. I was there for about 3 years, and after that I was appointed a pastor. And I was a pastor for 2 churches, Gransa, and then later on, that was for 4 years, and after the 4 years, I was also made a pastor for another parish, Odumasi, near Konongo Cathedral, for 3 years, and after that I was asked to go and then work in Marquette Diocese by my bishop. So I've been in the Marquette Diocese of the United States, that is Michigan, for 2 years now, and it's been very wonderful serving over there. I have wonderful people there, especially working with my Bishop Dofla and then Vicar General Tim. They've been very wonderful to us over there, and it's been very good. Yeah, thanks.
Great stories of church life, and I'm happy that from all the different directions we have converged at this particular point to be able to share our faith stories. So I come back to you, my Lord Bishop. I understand this is your first visit to Ghana. Can you share with us a bit of your expectations and then your first impressions as well?
Okay. Well, my expectations are just to deepen the bonds of friendship that we have with each other, and to experience the church, the life of the church in this beautiful country. This is my first trip to Ghana. It's my second trip to Africa. When I was a young man, I spent 3 months in Malawi. And what I experienced there had a deep influence on me throughout my time in seminary. I went as a seminarian, as a type of exchange student. I was there for 3 months. And I very much appreciated how strong the faith was in the people, and the great joy of the expression of their faith. And it's something that I've held in my heart all of these years, and it's been too long since I've been to Africa. This trip is long overdue. And Ghana is a beautiful country. We have some excellent priests from this diocese. My first impressions are of the very warm hospitality that everyone has offered. You are all so friendly, and I really appreciate it. You've made me feel very much at home. You've made me feel welcome, and I appreciate your joy and the beautiful celebration of the Holy Eucharist that you have here.
It's wonderful that you reaffirm the proverbial Ghanaian hospitality. Ghanaians are known for their hospitality, and one of the words that you are likely to meet in Ghana, or probably you may have met in other places or from a Ghanaian context, is the word akwaba.
Yeah.
It's the Akan for welcome. And many places, in many situations, you would hear the word akwaba, and then you just want to say thank you. So when I say akwaba, it's basically you are most welcome.
Yeah.
But it's not simply about welcoming you into a space. It is about welcoming you into our life, into our culture, into our world, and making you feel at home. So if you have any Ghanaian imagery to take back with you, maybe we would have to give you a symbol of the akwaba, a plug, and then you can place that in your office or on the door somewhere, and anybody who sees it will know exactly what it means, akwaba. So akwaba to all of you once again. And Monsieur Tim, would you like to share with us a bit about the Diocese of Marquette?
Sure.
Good.
So the Diocese of Marquette was, our first bishop was Frederick Berga, and he came from Slovenia. And so then we were founded as a diocese in 1857. We have approximately 48,000 Catholics. We have 17 extern priests, 41 of our own priests, and our deacons are about 36 deacons. And we serve a diocese about 7 hours across. We are so sparsely populated up there that we literally have one person per square mile. So we have 93 parishes that we try to cover with just 57 to 58 priests, depending which special duty they might be in. So we really do depend upon good extern priests from other countries that come. I had the privilege of studying at in Chicago for my seminary at Mundelein Seminary, and it was a very diverse seminary with 11 countries represented, 4 of them being from Africa, none from Ghana. But so I've always had appreciation for their contagious joy of the gospel that they had in their hearts, and such praise for the Lord. It's always been one of those things I wanted to visit Africa, and this was a great opportunity. And people like Father Daniel made me very welcome, and even though I was a little bit nervous because it's a long journey, but everyone here is, again, the hospitality and feeling most welcome. So I have a lot of gratitude in my heart, so thank you.
Good. I like the way you capture his contagious joy of the gospel, and it's such a catchy phrase that makes me remember our experience at the Eucharistic Mass this morning. And at a certain point where we all broke up into dancing and into celebration, it's just a reflection of what the joy of the gospel is and how we can share the joy and be able to, just as Bishop said, encounter peace in our Lord Jesus Christ, who brings us the inner healing and the true comprehensive healing that we need in our lives. So that's a great joy. Father Daniel, I can tell you've been a good ambassador of Ghana in the Diocese of Marquette, and then now you bring them to see Ghana and then hopefully to see your home diocese as well. What exactly did you have in mind even as you led them to Ghana? What specific things do you want them to know about the church in Ghana?
Oh, thank you. You know, when it comes to Ghana and our culture in the church, it makes the mass and the way we evangelize, the way we have our mass unique and then also joyful, as they have already started experiencing. And so coming to Ghana with them, I anticipated that they will see our culture, the people we have here, and then also they are working with us, the international priests over there. So coming to our culture, seeing who we are, and then knowing who we are will also help them to know how to live with us over there. Perhaps sometimes we may do something that they may not understand, that, okay, oh, why are they doing this, doing it that way? Now, if we go and maybe they are singing in the church and I'm clapping, they will understand me now. Because over there, the mass is quite different from here, not in essence, but just in the way we do things. You know, the mass is solemn over there. Hymns are sung from the book, but over here, you know, we sing not from the hymn, but we dance with the songs that we sing. But over there is different over there. And also over there, the mass is within 1 hour. You should finish everything. But now Bishop has experienced about 2 hours, 2 hours mass. No.
I think it was 3.
You know, so over there you have to do everything, and within 1 hour you are done. And so, but it's different. And so I think that was what I was expecting, that they will come and experience our culture, our kind of people we are, so that dealing with us, they will also understand us, and also if there is anything they can also incorporate in their diocese, that will be a nice thing to do.
It's wonderful hearing the stories. Sometimes they say ecotourism, sometimes they say economic tourism. I like to call this one religious tourism or faith tourism. As you come, you take your time to get to know the culture, the people, the faith expression, that which makes them tick. And we do hope that everything that would be put together for you would help you have a better appreciation of the Ghanaian culture and our faith. Bishop, can you share with us a little bit about your itinerary here in Ghana now? How long are you here for? What do you intend to do?
Okay, so we're spending time now in the Diocese of Cape Coast, and we've had a wonderful introduction to different parts of your diocese. Then we will go to Kumasi for a few days to see the wonderful people there and experience different aspects of that diocese. And then finally Kanongo Mampong, and we'll be there for the ordination of priests there, which I'm looking forward to celebrating.
That's wonderful. We just want to thank God for the gift of your presence and your openness and unavailability to get to know the Ghanaian culture and then to take in as much as you can. I saw it as a pleasant surprise when you came in your white casual. I have this one. Was that a prior preparation, or you already used that one in the US?
It's hard to find a white cassock in the U.S.
I knew that.
In the United States, we would wear black cassocks. That would be the normal color. I also spent some time in India, so that's where I was able to obtain the white cassock that I'm wearing.
Yes, that's good. No, the other thing that I was thinking about was, Monsieur Tim, as you deal with the priest from other dioceses, would you be able to share with us what the package involves?
For the orientation?
How do you receive priests, and what the whole process of, because I remember something they had in Los Angeles, they called it Becoming Home. That basically they took you through a process of getting to know the culture in the United States, the culture in California, what to do and what is expected of you. Maybe there are some specificities in the way you bring in and then try to help priests fit into the culture in Michigan. So could you share that with us?
Sure. It's actually been a real joy of my priesthood, especially being the Vicar General for the last 3 years, is doing orientation and also being an ambassador to our externs. I first make contact with them. Their bishop will tell us who is going to be coming. I'll start the immigration process and work with them. We do have an attorney that does most of that heavy lifting. And then I will, I'll reach out to them via email or over the internet and talk to them and tell them what to expect. So when they arrive, I make sure that they have someone from their home diocese that they can stay with. I just want them to take a week or two to rest, adjust to the time, enjoy some of their own food and language, and then they are transferred. Sometimes I've lived in my rectory or right next door to me is the cathedral. And then I do it more as like an apprenticeship so that they are with me and I can guide them every step of the way. We have to get them social security numbers, bank accounts, buy a car. We'll go through ordering different things on menus at a restaurant, certain idioms in the English language, walking through the Mass, taking turns observing each other preach or preside and having feedback. Drive them around to parts of the diocese to show them the beauty that we have and also to show them where some of their other brothers from their diocese are at so they can have camaraderie.
Excellent. Let's test this out with Father Daniel. About 2 years ago, you were given this orientation, and then now you are working in the Diocese of Marquette. How has it been like?
Well, thank you. It's been very joyful over there. When I went there with one other priest. We went together, Father Sebastian. And when we got there, actually, we spent about 3 days before we got there because of some cancellations and delays. So we got there deep in the night, around 12 a.m. To Sunday, and Vicar General came to meet us at the airport and picked us up to his residence, and the following day gave us a place for Mass at the cathedral. And then from there he continued his orientation work for us. They were into the fall season, so taking us through the 4 colors, going for walks and other things, and then also taking us to various places that we would need as we stayed there, showing us the shopping malls and other places where we can find what we need, and then also taking us to the secretariat, and at some point also they also sit with us for the various ministries to also come tell us what is done over there in the diocese, and introducing the parishes also to us so that when we go to the parish, we will know what to do, and those we are going to work with, how to stay with them, because we are in a new environment, a new culture, so they take us through all this. And after some time, then they assigned me to one of the parishes in the diocese, in the Marquette, the city of Marquette, as a parochial vicar. And fortunately for me, Vicar General was my administrator. So I worked with him in that parish for some months, and then I was given an appointment to take care of a parish. That was 2 parishes, Iron River and then Caspian. And lately, Bishop added another parish to me, so now I'm handling 3 parishes. Wow. Iron River, Caspian, and Watersmeet. And they are wonderful people over there. And I must confess, I wasn't expecting a warm reception over there like I'm seeing. My community there is all white. I don't have any black person in the church, the 3 churches that I am pastoring over there. I'm the only black one you see in there. But the way they receive me, the way they love me, the way they interact with me makes me feel welcome. Not even coming here, I can say about 90% of them, the words they said, make sure you come back. Make sure you come back. Make sure you come back.
Okay. So we'll make sure you go back. And then we'll make sure that we deepen the bond of friendship, just as Bishop said, that has already been established between different dioceses and then the Diocese of Marquette. we do hope that Bishop also expressed, I think, no, Father, that was you said in essence, the Mass is still the same.
Yes.
In other words, we also, I remember that you said different colors, one people. So we may be of different colors, different cultures, but ultimately we are all the people of God. And I'm happy that the Diocese of Marquette is leading and spreading the gospel in all its richness and diversity. So that is really, really important. I also understand that, Bishop, you're going to preside over the priestly ordination at Konongo Mampon. Are you taking any of them away?
No, I don't intend to do that. But I'm very grateful for the priests who are serving in our diocese. I'm sure their bishop will have good assignments for them when they're ordained.
That's right. No, we thank God for such a faith-sharing experience. For me, that is principally the focus of this discussion, how together we'll be able to share the richness of our faith from the different cultural backgrounds from which we have been able to assess this faith. I'll go around the table, and then if you have final words for the people of the Archdiocese of Cape Coast and then for the people of Ghana, keep in mind that this television goes nationwide, and then some people are also online. So you may have some of your faithful in Marquette already watching you online through Facebook or WhatsApp or YouTube channels, and then you'll be able to reach out to all of them. So to them, maybe your final words.
Certainly. I just wish to assure you the blessing you are for the Church throughout the world. You know, the priests that we have serving in our diocese have passed on the faith, have passed on joy, and are very much loved by their people. And I firmly believe that the Church throughout the world will benefit from what Ghana and from what Africa has to give all of us. It's one of the most vibrant and fastest growing places of the Catholic Church in the world. And God is doing something very special here. So please hold fast to your faith, and please remember your mission to spread the joy of the gospel throughout the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Bishop. Let's listen to Monsignor Tim, your final words.
Well, this is my first liturgy to attend here in Ghana, that we had private masses before. But as I walked in and the overwhelming sense of praise and worship and the joy and happiness, I thought, I think I'm seeing a little slice of heaven here. I'm enjoying it. You know, my parents now live with me, and they've had the opportunity to also help with orientation, and they really have taken a liking to all the priests that have been coming over. So they're away from their parents, and my parents are happy to have other sons. So that they'll probably be watching back home, so say hello to them and everyone. This one last word is, it's really been healthy for the faithful in the Diocese of Marquette to see priests from around the world. It gives us a true image of the face of Christ in a global church. And we understand cultures and differences and expressions of the faith better now that we have ambassadors such as Father Daniel here and Father Michael Okron and also Father John Christian Essel from this archdiocese that serve.
Very good to hear you. And Father John, Daniel, what are your final words?
Well, I would like to first of all say thank you to the Archbishop of Cape Coast, and for the reception so far. It's been very warm, very good, and I believe that Bishop and Father Tim have enjoyed so far the reception they have received in Ghana here. So we thank the Archbishop and the whole of the Archdiocese for all that we've been through so far. And as we hear, I would like to say that the faith, as they have already indicated, is shared through interactions. And just like I was indicating also, But because of the way we interact over in my parish or in the diocese of Marquette, things a lot of people want to know where I come from. Where even I think some are even trying to come with me next year to Ghana to see Ghana. And I remember I did what we call Ghana program in my parish when I went there at first. I gave a talk about Ghana, the tourist sites in Ghana, the minerals, all the good things about Ghana, and a lot of them developed the appetite that they want to come to Ghana. So right now, as I speak, I have about 30 people on my list for next year, which I don't know what will let them all drop, but we're hoping that next year we will also bring some of them to Ghana to see how the faith is over here and to boost theirs also.
It's been a wonderful conversation on faith, and what a better way to spread the joy of the gospel than to hear from the very many people whose lives have been touched by the gospel and who have experienced a palpable joy in the hands of the Lord and among the people of God. So it's been a big opportunity to be able to share our faith. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody who has been part of this celebration and this wonderful faith sharing and exchange experience. We do hope that this is one of many that would come. We wish Bishop and then our Reverend Fathers a happy stay, even though it's a very brief one. Taking as much as you can, and then when you go, you can take the time to be able to chew over, ruminate over, and then share that also with the people of God. We thank all our viewers for sharing this time with us. We thank all the Cafdil staff who have been part of this wonderful production, and we do hope that you have a happy time. God bless you.